Well, everybody, we got some fun, crazy news today to talk about, but before we get to that, today marks the 5-year anniversary of Flesh and Blood. Yes, October 11th, 2019, the game officially released. I drove to a local game store that was way off the beaten path for me, and I asked the cashier if they'd ever heard of this game, and I bought some for the first time, and certainly not the last time, 5 years ago. And to say that my life has changed because of it would be an understatement, and I am so incredibly thankful for everything that I've gotten to experience thanks to this game, the most of which is meeting so many of you and making so many new friends. So congratulations to everyone over at LSS on just putting this product and this game and creating all the experiences, putting it out there so that we can all come together in the Flesh and Blood. So that's thing number one. I'm going to be making a video hopefully over the weekend trying to encapsulate all the swirling thoughts that I've had leading up to this moment, because I have had this on my radar all year, and it has been an incredibly exciting and fun ride to get to this point. So that's thing number one. Thing number two, actually kind of need to make this happen right now. We're just going to click this button, and then we're just going to go that. I get to move another digit. We all moved a digit together, everybody, and it gets us one step closer to everyone's total goal. You know you've been waiting for this. 22,012 subscribers. That's the goal we've always been shooting for. That's what we've said since day one. It's not what we've said since day one. That's what we've said since day one. So if you'd like to support the channel and make the number go to another number, press the red button below. Let's go ahead and talk about things. Calling Prague. And by the way, the world premiere for Set 15 was announced today. It is taking place in Prague, which is a beautiful city from what I've heard. I've done some light reading about it. My kids have a Spider-Man book that Spider-Man goes to Prague, and yeah, I read about it there. I have literally never been to Prague, or I've never been even remotely close to Prague. I think it'd be fantastic to go. But a couple of things, maybe little hints, subtle hints that we could see here. The world premiere is taking place at this event, January 17th through the 19th of next year. They've used different font for the word Prague, but I think that's not necessarily a tell, but they use the same font for the January and for the location. So that's a little interesting, a little suspicious, and it kind of points us to what you might expect the next set to be. Now, I think this is on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Now, this was posted by Juha Sarnalampi. If you don't know Juha, you should. He's done some fantastic content lately, talking about Draft and Limited in general. But he posted this, and I mean, I couldn't have written it better myself. This is exactly where my brain has been for, you know, the better part of the month after I guess we knew everything there was to know about Rosetta. So he says, my guess is that the next set finishes the Monarch trilogy and includes either Necromancer or Cleric. I would go so far as to say I hope they give both in the same set. That would be really cool. But this has been my prevailing theory as well. Necromancer or Cleric, and specifically them finishing the Monarch trilogy. And I believe James White actually said that they would be rounding that out early 2025. And with the way that we know these sets are going to be released with like a 4-month cadence, early 2025 is really only the beginning of 2025. So it would only be set 15. So I think that's pretty much a lock, and that's not the only piece of information that we have. But then a return to Volcor would be my guess for the summer set, then with a new Dromai. And now he says Savage Land set then adds Necromancer cards. I could see the Savage Land Necromancer tie-in, but I do want to say, I do think 2025 will be a return to Volcor, and it would be very cool to see Dromai Dromai be re-released, and I think a lot of players are expecting Dromai to hit the ground running sooner than later in 2025 because you gotta get those dragons back out. Everyone's got to get the dragon, and they keep giving us dust. So what are we gonna do with that dust? So if Yuha's got the bead on the lines here, we go Necromancer introduction, Necromancer cards being added via Volcor, and then the third set is open. And I think the Savage Lance is cool, but I gotta say, I don't think that's the one. I know it's a little scuffed. I'm sorry. Apparently the card viewer is not working for specifically the Emissary cards. Emissary of Tides is a direct point with the little parenthetical, or not the parenthetical, with the story text, I should say, at the bottom. A direct point to something in the depths of the ocean. A world unseen awaits, where the songs of the tides reveal secrets of a forgotten age. A wavebender said that. Okay, it's not. Okay, wait, stop. Hold on. What's the name of the majestic with the pirate stabbing? Oh crap! I don't know the name of this card. Why don't I know that? Oh, it's Cut Through the Facade. That's right. Cut Through the Facade. Everyone keeps trying to at me about there's a pirate. Why isn't one talking about it? It's a pirate stabbing a necromancer. So look, if you're trying to like pad out necromancer stuff, I'm just saying, whoever tweeted this out as well, someone said, if they gave us an undersea or like an at sea set where we had pirates and necromancers like Pirates of the Caribbean, oh my god, oh, the feelings in my body when I read that tweet. If they created a necromancer undead versus pirates underwater set, I would never financially recover from that. Oh, I'm tearing up. Just the possibility of that actually coming to pass would be everything. It would be crazy. So I would say if I'm committing to trying to determine what 2025 is going to look like as far as sets are concerned, I will say I think Dusk Till Dawn 2, Electric Boogaloo, or I guess I should say Monarch 3, the Threepening. No, there's nothing for that. Monarch 3 is the first set, and then we somehow get Dromai and Undead Pirates in the same year. Dude, I would lose my freaking mind. Oh my god. Dromai and pirates in the same year. Okay, we're moving on because there's more information to discuss. And that is this. We're going to find out some information about a new hero on Monday, technically Sunday, but Monday. Funnily enough, there's a pro quest at exactly this time. Actually, no, this is Pacific time. So technically the pro quest would be 2 hours in. I was thinking about going to a pro quest at this exact time, and now I'm like, I kind of want to just stay home and watch this. I mean, watching football's cool, but this is the 5-year anniversary. Look, I remember the 1-year anniversary, and every year since that 1-year anniversary live stream, I've like, they should do that. They should do that again. It was a fun stream. Like, I kind of wanted to be like there in the event, like at the event on the day that they did the 1-year anniversary stream. It was so cool looking. Like, if you didn't know, they did a 1-year anniversary stream where they had like a back room where all of the commentary and like talking about the games, like they were sitting on a couch or something like that, was going on. And then they had like another room where the feature match was like separate, and then there was a main room where everyone else was just playing the game for fun. It looked so cool. It looked like a great time. So the fact that they're doing another one is pretty exciting, and it was a great time. So here's some of the things that you can expect for the show. There's a night at the Armory. I would imagine that's just people playing the game, but it could be something else. It could be them talking about something else. In Memoriam, a tribute to our living legend heroes. If they don't play I Will Remember You, then I don't even know what we're doing. Let's be honest. But I will say, if they do that, they will get copyright struck. So maybe it's a bad idea. Fab Facts. We got Marketing's Rejected Memes. Kasharin's going to do this entire thing. I expect it. If he doesn't, I'm going to be upset with him. And then this. Classic constructed game. Ira, so the new Ira decks, the Scarlet Revenger versus blank, comma, blank, blank. Who is this? This, I would imagine, is the new Armory deck hero, which was spoiled, I believe, by Brian Gottlieb, that it's going to be a hero not introduced in the game before, like a brand new hero. So take that for what it is. Maybe it's in the same class. Maybe it's a Guardian, and maybe it ties in with the Guardian like Mastery pack. Maybe it's a new class. So that would be kind of crazy if it was a new class, but maybe it could be a new class. Now there is one possibility here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. DROMAI. They haven't made an illusionist Armory deck. EMPRESS. God dang it doesn't fit. Okay, the Empress isn't in the name, but yeah, MONARCH. No, you can't put Monarch in there. They need some like some way to delineate the fact that she is the Empress now. But Dromai. Okay, and would that be interesting? Yes. First of all, they bring Dromai back, right? But also, Ninja versus Dragon Illusionist. There's a lot of button heads there, right? Because you have like illusionists kind of feast on a lot of heroes, but Ninja goes toe to toe with illusionist a lot. So that could be the answer. And I'll do you one better as well, because if you're thinking about the storyline of Monarch, I'll do just a very quick story time. You ready? The storyline that is currently happening in Monarch. So the Monastery unshackles from the sea and from the land, and it flies over Volcor. And in fact, it literally passes directly over Volcor on the card Mauvrian Skies. You can look at the card in Crew, Mauvrian Skies, and there's Kasai watching it pass over, the land, if you will, the desert. And it moves its way over to Solana, and it immediately begins killing a lot of Solanians. Why? Well, because they believe that Solana and perhaps the Solanians themselves are the key to whatever is going to end up destroying the world, essentially. They believe this to be the case, probably because they have discovered, or they believe that Sol, the deity worshipped in Solana, is actually an Aesir. So again, if you would like an information dump or a story time about this at large, I think it'd probably be a good idea, because we are going to go into the next set. The Monarch 3, the threequel. I don't know. We're going to do the third one because this tells me 100% that is, in my opinion, going to be a lock. So they're attacking, and they've pushed, in fact, they're winning. The Monastery is winning. They've pushed all the heroes and all the Solanians back into Solana. They're hiding behind the warded, magical, light-protected walls, but Blasmafet, Leviathan Consumed, alongside of Vincent, end up breaking through the barriers and tearing their way into Solana at the same time that the heroes, if you want to call them that, the heroes of the story, those fighting on the side of light, discover some perhaps method of going into Arathiel, which is a big deal. But that's not the only thing happening in the story, because before all of that, or while all of that was happening, Shiana, Diamond Gemini, the spy of Solana, was tasked with going down to Volcor and reasoning with the Emperor and asking for aid in the battle. And Shiana was there when the Emperor was assassinated, which stands to reason she could have been there, or could have spoken to what could be the new Empress, or the new ruler of Volcor, Dromai. And if Dromai, as the Empress of Volcor, decided to aid Solana and try to halt the dark, it would make perfect sense for her and this Dust from the Chrome Caverns art to reside in the Monarch 3 storyline set. And so perhaps we see Monarch 3, the threepening, where the forces of Volcor and the draconic talent clash against, or maybe alongside of the light talent, but clash against the shadow. And perhaps that is what we will have in Prague as the world premiere. And let's be honest, dragons versus demons is pretty freaking sweet. So there's a lot to be discovered here coming up on Monday and further down the line. I'm sure we're gonna get more news as to that next set when Worlds rolls around, which is coming around very, very soon. So keep it locked on the Fab TCG main channel and here, because I'm going to deliver you whatever news is passed along to all of us as quickly and as more entertainingly as possible. So make the number go slightly higher, make the number go to another number, and I will see you in the next one.